everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here today for another Thrifty Thursday. I have kind of a strange Thrifty Thursday today, to be honest. Everything I'm bringing you today is actually from our recycle center, so a little eclectic, to say the least. So the first thing I found is this old, like, little rolling waggony thing. No, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Yes, I do want to find a way to do something weird with a book with it because I think it would be really cool. I have a few ideas in mind. So yeah, that. Then I found this little deck of vintage playing cards, and they are patina. They are old. They are very yellowy. Yeah, they're from Hoyle, and they just have this cute little girl standing under a mistletoe. And then I found the weirdest stationery. This one has almost a, I want to say like almost a Lisa Frank vibe. It's so strange. Like, it's this unicorn and rainbow and a baby unicorn, or a Pegasus, I guess. And it's like highly textured kind of paper. So there's a few sheets of that inside an acetate envelope, which is kind of another kind of cool thing to have. And then another kind of stationery. There's just like a few sheets of each. There's two in this one, and there's like a receipt in there that I should look at. So this is the first one. It's like two flamingos feeding a baby flamingo. And then this one, which is really pretty, less weird than the other two. This is an old receipt. Not that old. This is for a yearbook. Receipt for yearbook. That's kind of a fun little piece of just... It's from 1988. I'll throw that in my scrap bin. Okay, so this stuff. Bizarre Thrift Shop number 2. Okay, then I'll get into the more interesting stuff, maybe the books. So I found this book, The Birds of Paradise, from Michael Everett. As soon as I saw it, I knew I had to take a look at it because it looks beautiful, and it's like Audubon type. It's from 1978. And look, it's so beautiful. It's all these amazing plates of really beautiful birds, right? The birds of paradise, perhaps the world's most incredible birds. So yeah, they're really pretty. Fun book. It's a big brown book. Okay, then this book, English Garden Embroidery. So I have an idea. I think I'm actually going to use this book up real quick, because what I want to do, oh, look at that, somebody plotted out how to do this spider. That's kind of cute. So it has a lot of really nice, like, patterns in it for, like, cross-stitching embroidery. Oh, cool. It's like images somebody was taking of a, looks like an orb spider in their garden, an orb weaver. So yeah, there's all sorts of fun, like, you know, patterns for cross-stitch or whatever. But I think what I want to do with this is just literally go through and, you know, take out all the images, things like this, make envelopes and that from it. It's got a lot of really nice things. So I might just use that book up for something that I'm going to do this week. Then I found this weird book. It's Conundrum, The Cadbury's Cream Egg Mystery, written by Dawn Shaw, illustrated by Nick Price. Weird book, I know, but like, look at these illustrations. So it's kind of like the golden egg, the story of the golden egg, but they've worked in the Cadbury cream egg. And yeah, it's got really nice illustrations. Make little poems and sort of short stories. Just a fun little book from 1984 from Cadbury. And then I found this book, Pohutakawa by Sandra Morris. And I got it because it's just got really lovely illustrations. And I think a lot of these papers like this, you know, they'd be really nice as signatures. They're just really pretty floral. We've got the possum, bats, some little geckos, and some birds, bees. Yeah, just some fun illustrations. Then this is like just a piece of acetate. I think it's for covering up a laptop screen, like a privacy screen or a protective screen. I just got it for the acetate. Also, because this is the recycle store, everything gets paid by weight. And then I found these see-through labels. So these are clear full sheet labels for laser printing. And they look like they would go just fine in my printer. Yeah, and they're like these interesting labels. You print the whole sheet, so it's like it would be, you know, like a printed see-through kind of label, almost like maybe like printing vellum. So yeah, I'm excited to experiment with that. And then I found a few pages of Simple Stories paper. It's like weird paper. It's so rad, whatever. Like, I don't know who came up with this weird, sassy teenager from the 90s kind of paper, but I'll take it because it's good quality paper. And I will always take scrapbook paper from the recycle store. I will use this up. I like some of the patterns, some of them, you know, not so much. If you see me making like a sassy teenager rad journal from the 90s, call an ambulance because I've clearly lost my mind. Then I found these long cards. Like, some of them have the month and others have letters, and I thought they would just be really fun for ephemera. Could collage on them, that would be nice. And then I found this. So there was this partial machine, kind of this box that had all these heavy metal parts. Half of them were very sharp, but it was incomplete, and it was a lace making machine. But like someone had, I think, gone through it and like just ransacked the the box, because like I found a couple pieces of it like laying on another shelf in another section of the store, because I honestly got it, and the textile, you know, like fiber artist person in me was like, oh, this would be an interesting machine to learn to use. But no, it was missing pieces, and it just looked like kind of a nightmare. I think it was from the 70s. So I just took these from it because honestly the machine itself is not going to be useful to anyone without frustration. And these are the lace patterns, so hopefully you can see. You see that lacy pattern? So these are like kind of plasticky. You know what these could be good for, other than just being fun in a journal, is you could use them as like a mask, a template to ink through with, you know, like a makeup brush. That could be kind of fun. So those are neat. And I got a whole bunch of manila folders because I just kind of need some. MasterCard. Oh, there might be some stuff in these that I need to throw away. Okay, so yeah, I will throw these in my little bin under my table because that's where I keep all of my backing kind of paper. And I got a couple of nice yellow ones. I thought those were really nice and bright. And then this one, it's got that fun folder in there. Those are really good for making like journals with. So I'm going to keep that one aside. And then I just got like a whole ton of these. They're empty, thankfully. And yeah, just a bunch of them because they're so good for backing things onto. And I figured, why not? I could use some of that. So believe it or not, that's it for me for Thrifty Thursday. I think I was well behaved. So anyways, that's it for me for today. I have done a whole lot of adulting today. I'm very tired. I renewed my daughter's passport. Had to listen to like several people who didn't bring the correct things to do the thing they were trying to do after waiting in line forever, and just sort of pondered our purpose in life while listening to all of that. And then after that, I solved the world's biggest caper, which was my library trying to bamboozle me that I didn't bring back a book, and I did. So I went to the library and I found the book and I brought it to them and I said, I don't have this, you do. So they laughed and they're like, oh goodness, next time this happens, oh, just come up here and we'll go look for it. You don't have to. I'm like, oh, I didn't want to be a troublemaker. So I thought I would save you the work. I knew I brought it back, but I was like a little stressed out because it's a really great book, and it was probably my favorite book out of all the children's book I read that week with my children. So it's called The Matchbox Diary. It's a wonderful book. If you have a local library or something, find it, read it. It's a really good book, and bring it back to the library. So I was like joking with them because I said, this is my penance from my childhood of like overdue library books and library finds. I like had my whole life pretty much I've always had like overdue library books because I'm just bad. And I always take out more than I will read. But now they don't have late fees anymore, which is like the greatest thing ever. And I so wish that had always been the case, because I remember the biggest fee I ever paid was like $80. Oh my God. Yep. Anyways, bring back your library books. Don't be bad like me. So those are my parting words for this Thrifty Thursday, and I hope you have a great day, and may the thrifting fairies be with you. Bye for now.